broad daylight under investigation tonight.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli has been speaking with people who know the victim, and she has more.
The deadly shooting happened this morning right here along Cermak near State after loved ones of the victim say she had just dropped her son at school. Sources close to the investigation say a woman is in custody after allegedly pulling the trigger. A close friend of the 31-year-old woman killed says she was an outstanding mom who always showed up for her son. She says the victim, who authorities have not yet identified by name, was one of the purest souls in the life of their friend group. She was in school working to become a nurse. It was just after 9 this morning near the National Teachers Elementary Academy when police say some sort of a fight unfolded, the suspect pulling out a gun and shooting the victim in the face. She was rushed to Stroger Hospital but did not make it. Hours later, medical supplies and crime scene tape litter the ground where this happened. A woman we spoke with arrived to work shortly before the shooting and says as a mom herself, she's devastated by what happened.
What do you tell a kid when you just drop me off? How do you just say she's not here anymore? How do you explain it? It's so sad you can't even just think straight. I can't even get my words out just thinking about it bad happening right here by us.
Family and friends of the woman killed now searching for answers and justice after her life was cut short. Investigators say this wasn't random. The victim and suspect were known to each other. As of right now, no charges have been filed in the case, and sources close to the investigation say Area 3 detectives are working to sort through what happened here. In the meantime, they're asking anybody who may have witnessed this or has information to come forward. In the South Loop, I'm Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.
She's the one who shot her. Oh my fucking God!
Some tragedies.
Sad. Now, this situation to me is of the worst kind of and characteristic of what's going on, especially in Chicago. Okay, we have in that frame, and it's such a trigger to the people, the sufferers in the situation. Nobody's allowing this family the proper stages of grief. You got people running this video all over the internet, and they are very sensitive to, the fact that this is one of their younger cousins, their sisters, a mother who was dropping her child off at school. And, in the process of dropping the child off, literally a domestic violence situation unfolds where basically her silly ass boyfriend or whatever the relationship they have, the father of the child is getting dropped off, I gotta assume. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And then this other baby mother that he has, and it's coming out that her son is of school age. The family is saying that this other girl has a child that's look like infant, like baby, like toddler, needs mothering. She's not there mothering her child. She's stalking this other girl out with this guy. And there's literally a confrontation at the child's school that ends up with what a male witness described as him having her in the headlock while the other girl shoots the mother of this child, this innocent, person who's just there. Basically, I was seeming like a victim of absolute obsession and sort of, fighting over a male. And not only fighting, I shouldn't say fighting, being attacked because of jealousy around a male is the better way of framing it. So this is a tough situation. We're going to dive into this video. Heartbreaking circumstance really unfolding. It's probably the main disaster going on in Chicago right now.
Shouldn't even exist, yet here we are, forced to put words to a story drenched in betrayal, jealousy, and cowardice. This isn't just another case. It's a slap in the face to every single mother who dares to survive without begging crumbs from the man who broke her. Romecka Meeks was that woman, a mother, a worker, a dreamer, a McDonald's manager who could clock in a double shift, clock out, and still find the time to dance on social media and laugh with her family. She was doing the work, the inner work, the grind, the prayers, all of it, not for herself, but for her only son, the one light she carried from a relationship with a man who called himself Carlos Lozo's Way on Facebook. Cute nickname. Too bad loyalty wasn't included in the branding. At one point, Romecka and Carlos played house, best friends, lovers, planning a future. And when they brought a baby boy into the world in 2018, Meeks thought she was building a family. But Carlos, he was still outside, running streets, running women, running every game except the one that mattered, being a father, being a man. By the time she finally got fed up with the lies, the cheating, the abuse, you think that would have been the end. But no, because men like Carlos don't just leave you alone. They haunt you. They follow you. They punish you for daring to walk away. By 2024, Carlos had upgraded to a brand new baby mama, and by 2025, they were flaunting a whole baby shower on social media, balloons and
See,
all.
so 2025, this is the baby that's born. So, literally, and this, this is presented from a place that's really, allowing for her to be the proper victim. So it's really framing him in a light that's, assuming a lot before the case has been devolved. But I think it's fair to make these assumptions because she was not anywhere near him. She was delivering their child, who was a lot older, that was born in 2018, to school. So him and this woman, is no way that they should have crossed paths, right? Because her path is straight to school, their path is intersecting her path to school to make conflict. So that's a big deal, right? When we're indicating causality and predetermination and suspect and accountability in the crime that went down, him being the man in frame. If you have this woman, there's no way that this woman with the infant child should even be coming in contact with the mother of your child that's a lot older, right? If you're doing things the right way. So it does suggest that he had not let go of that relationship. He's a lot of the conflict conduit and reasoning behind what's going on here.
Like it was some royal coronation. And just to twist the knife, the new
And
girlfriend
I will say, this American Femicide, go ahead and check this whole video out for them. I will play a small clip of the other, the original video, but the family got to be broken by seeing that replay and over again. And we'll get into a lot more deeper insight. But check out American Crime Femicide for this full documentary. It's terrible.
inserted herself in Meek's motherhood, picking fights and tags, teaming with Carlos to make her life hell. Romecka tried to draw the line, even filed for a restraining order. But when you're dealing with people who don't respect boundaries, paper can't save you. Hope can't save you. And for Romecka, that fragile hope that she could keep raising her son in peace was about to be crushed in the most brutal way possible. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe,
Yeah.
and hit the notification bell for future
Go check them
uploads.
out. Go check them out.
Here's to experiencing.
But this is a devastating circumstance. Like, I can't even express, as a father of 6 kids, to really sense what's going on here. I do a lot of readings with women. I'm a, clairvoyant. I work through 2 platforms doing readings for people that really women are challenged with this right here, that this male is showing a lot of the 6 signs of what's modern narcissism. And because I'm not able to control or maybe steal things I can't take from you intimately, or maybe she's moving on to other guys, he's like, he can't even pay attention to the woman that he's focused on enough to make her not be so jealous of this woman that this has happened.
Before leaving, she even updated her Instagram story.
Okay, and now we're gonna get, and it was sad. She left a letter to her son in his lunchbox the morning of this happened.
On September 8th, 2025, Romecka did what she had always done since school started back. She made her son's lunch, packed it with love, and headed off to drop him at school. Before leaving, she even updated her Instagram story, showing the note. She made her son's lunch.
So we're gonna read this letter. Happy Monday, son. Today is a fresh start to this, and you can start off strong. Always remain yourself, heart. You're the coolest, smartest, and funniest kid I know. I love you so much, and you make me so proud. Have a great day. Mommy loves you. Now that's a mother, right? She, one woman has an infant child that she's hit with a gun in her car, ready to get into a fight with somebody else's mama, over a man that seemed to not care about either children. right? This woman is tender enough to prepare her child's lunch and then leave a note of affirmation in his lunchbox. That's the last words his mother given him. He'll never see his mother again.
To drop him at school. Before leaving, she even updated her Instagram story, showing the note she slipped inside his lunchbox. Happy Monday, son. Today is a fresh start to the week. You can start off strong. Always remain yourself. You're the coolest, smartest, and funniest kid I know. I love you so much, and you make me so proud.
And she made him a
Have a
full
great
lunch.
day.
Sorry if I
Mommy
misread.
loves you. Love, Mommy.
I mean, the
That would be
intimate
her
lunch,
final
like
love
that's a
letter to her
very,
son.
just a tender lunch.
Because
She
waiting
didn't,
outside, like
you know,
predators circling prey, were Carlos, her so-called
that
baby
kid,
father, and his new girlfriend. Not to co-parent, not to peacefully coexist. No, they came to ambush. After Romecka dropped her son inside the school, a confrontation exploded just after 9 a.m. on the 2200 block of South State Street. Witnesses.
there's something wicked about this area. It's in particular. It's sad that this spirit can't shake this city.
Say the girlfriend jumped at her. Carlos put Meeks in a headlock like some kind of coward. And then the girlfriend pulled a gun and shot Romecka in the head. Right there. Broad daylight. In front of children, in front of the school, in front of the world.
Okay, this is 9 a.m. Okay, 9 a.m. The girl that's in reference, this is the woman who did it. She's going to be standing here holding the phone. All of these people around there are bewildered with having witnessed this. She's standing there like the police are not attempting to arrest her. They don't even know. This is so sensitive. The police don't even know what's going on. This is so heartbreaking to watch. This girl is here. This woman is here dying. Her son has just been delivered to the school. Bless her. It's just, and try to make out the vocals of what this guy witness is saying, because he's laying it all out right there while this male that had her in the headlock is dancing around in his Michael Jordans and bull shorts like he's some hip ass nigga. You know, and I hate to say it that way, but this is, that word, it dignifies him, because there's no way you let two ladies get to this conflict and with lack of resolution. It's too many methods for a man to de-escalate this. He could have did the right thing and just slapped the lady with the gun and went to jail for domestic violence to not make this happen. Like, he had 100 different options. Like, if you see two women fighting and one's got a gun, you could just go ahead and slap the lady with the gun to diffuse the situation. Her, the girl with the green pants. Now that guy said, how would you feel if her son was in the car? He's scared as hell. He just, how would you feel? And then he's trying to describe, he's literally arguing. This man on the corner is actually arguing with the lady who shot her. He's inadvertently arguing, but he's aiming all of his anger at her and this guy, trying to infer to the police what happened, while all the women around her hysteria saying she shot her, saying she shot her. This lady's on her phone with, like, she completely, you're gonna hear her blurt out something really ridiculous. The guy with the black shirt was the man holding the lady in the headlock when she got shot. He's what is he doing? He lucky he didn't get shot inadvertently. He said, this guy right here is, he's saying, he had her in the headlock. The black guy comes by trying to hush and shush people. Like, he telling them, like, no, you had her in the headlock. I'll put it on a statement. Like, he literally is a witness to this, traumatized by what he just saw. And literally all of them are delivering their children to the school. So you gotta assume that some of these people are parents who just walked out of the building with this lady. They watched this lady take her child to school. And her resolve that she had a license to carry firearms. So this is my message, right? This is what I'm making my video about. Okay. Just carry firearms, right? That don't give you don't have a license to keep. There's a license to carry, give you a license to kill. Right? Can you preemptively? And then the family is saying that this girl isn't even from Chicago. The cousin of this girl, you know, if y'all could search out her family members because they have messages that they want to say. The older cousin and the sister of the girl that got killed here have both made please 30-minute social media posts about the pain. And the older cousin was saying that this girl not only has an infant child, the shooter, but also isn't even from Chicago. She's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, you know, she has a concealed carry permit in the state of Wisconsin, right? And you don't have the right to travel across state lines, packing and shoot people and move to go back home. Like, what is, like, who's engineering? And this is a woman fully deluded by whatever this guy and her living in. This makes sense. She live in Milwaukee. She got a child by this guy. He live in Chicago and he's obsessed with this woman. Right. So you could already infer how damaged and delusional her mind is because she's not even raising the child and her chasing this man. She would come wherever her child is. Her child just lost a mother and the infant. They had a child in 2025. So if you have a child in 2025, you go commit a homicide and you go to jail, your infant child just lost their mother. Like I don't understand the rationale here.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck's wrong with you?
And literally, you know, that lady's arguing with her because she like, I got a concealed carry and the police still are not paying attention. Like, people wonder why Chicago is fucked up. Like, the police, the people are out there, they have solved the crime. They have not found the weapon. Now watch this. Like, this girl could be shooting everybody right now because they don't even watch.
She put the gun in the car. The gun, she saw her. This girl right here. She saw her.
The Latin lady, you can hear she has a heavy Spanish accent, right? She the reason, right? That lady said that she put the gun in the car. Like, nobody's caring. The police out there tending to the victim, which should be the EMT's job. They should be canvassing what all these witnesses are yelling. So it's so funny how, you know, at this time, social media is really damaging the police.
Chicago police saying that early this morning,
You know, it's just sad.
Between two women. That scene unfolding here near State and Cermak. One of the women allegedly pulled out a gun and shot the other woman in the face. The 31-year-old victim was taken to the hospital and later died. Now, the suspect has been taken into custody, and Chicago police say this is still a very ongoing investigation.
The excuses? Laughable. She claimed she was a licensed carrier, as if that magically justified gunning down an unarmed.
And look at her, like, typical jealous girl. Like, she the typical jealous girl. Just to put the framework that the family saying this girl came from Milwaukee, effing Wisconsin, to where this woman is dropping her child off to school. Like, it's no justification for that. There's no way you could justify that if you live in Milwaukee and you this intersection point. How is your intersection point meeting at this girl's school at this time? Does your child go to this school? No. So this is just such a bad situation. Like, my heart goes out to this family.
Witnesses quickly ripped that lie apart. And Carlos, he knew the gun was in the car. He knew what was coming. He didn't stop it.
Terrible.
Set the stage.
So we're going to get a little bit more into this. I got to take a call. Work calls me. And this is so sad. You know, this is her sister, you know, trying to explain the family's position.
Please, y'all. Please stop sharing them. Poses of my sister, please. Please stop sharing that post of my baby sister on that ground, please. Get y'all, please. For my mama and for me and my siblings' sake. Please, y'all. My sister is gone. Yeah, talk to y'all to anything. Please, y'all.
Yes.
My baby sister.
And see, that's so sad because people are so ignorant that they don't even understand, the family's right to stages of grief. That you don't have the right to talk to them. Like, you don't, as a person, you don't have the right to call her phone right now. She needs to call your phone. She needs to call you when she's ready, right? Only thing that you can do when the family is going through things like this is drop food off to their home. So that's the only, even in religions, is a custom that when the family is going through stages of grief, outreach and the community is responsible for bringing food to their doorstep and leaving it there and not doing anything. Maybe ring the doorbell and leave. Nobody's allowed to discuss with the widow. No man is allowed to try to creep into her bed after her in her stages of grief and widowing. This girl, after her sister has died, it's immoral for people to be calling her phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a sad part that in Chicago, we don't handle death well, we don't handle life well. And right here is sad because this child, I want everybody that's listening under the breath of my, the words of my breath, that this child got out of school waiting for his mother to pick him up because she was able to drop him off in the last, and he threw this letter away. He ate his lunch. If he'd have known that his mother died 10 minutes after he went into that school, like they heard the gunshots. Like, you can only imagine this kid probably left. Ain't no way. I can only imagine the day that child had, let alone, it's the rest of the family in dealing with this. So, terrible situation in Chicago. I really hate to see that not only are the men making reckless decisions, but the women, like this girl who drove from Milwaukee, to go and execute this under the assumption of her quote unquote baby daddy is with quote unquote his other baby's mother. Like, they have a relationship, right? So you have to understand that you're having a child by somebody else who has a child with somebody else. Now, if he's creepy and he lying about their relationship and that's why you pregnant, then you don't have the right to get mad at that girl. So it's sad. My people suffer from lack of knowing, period.
You shot somebody, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? She put the gun in the car. The gun, she shot her? This one right here. She shot her. She shot her. She put the gun in the car. She put the gun in the car. She put it in the car. Arrest her. She shot her.
And what if you had never been to Chicago, that's where the hell started. After Cermak on State Street, you would have seen tremendous projects in the worst living conditions that you ever could have imagined. The Ickies, for real, Ida B with the Robert Taylors, all of them coming. Stateway, they all down there. If you head southbound on State Street in Chicago back in the 90s, and you would have seen all the projects starting. So there's something wicked about this area. It's in particular. It's sad that this spirit can't shake this city.